still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the shrine.
One with nature. The wind knows me.
You know a thing or two. To the fairy. Time for retribution! Light blade!
Life goes on.
Finally,
Faster? So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child. But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it. Do you think that it might come in handy? Faster? Okay, faster. two, breathe, 3, 4, One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Let's go somewhere cooler. Hey, do you know what? Neither do I. I already forgot. One, two, breathe, 3. Let's go somewhere cooler. One, two, breathe, 3, 4, Hey, do you know what? Neither do I. I already forgot.
I'm telling you right now, if you do that shit, I'm fucking you, and I will come to your house and I will eat your pie.
Exactly.
Let's go somewhere cooler.
Jump will not protect you.
One, two, breathe, breathe.
Maybe first.
Hey, do you know what? Neither do I. I already forgot.
Wheel of Life.
That's what you like to do in the sim. You can make it in the sim. Fuck you.
I wish it could be like this all the time.
You have to record it though.
We got some issues.
I wish it could be like this all the time. I wish it could be like this all the time.
Coming soon.
Interesting.
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
Here we are! This seems to be somewhere that Tejima visited a lot. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. something that kept him in the village all these years? Must be something pretty amazing if it made it... Looks like a letter. The paper's... Honda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? Huh. So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone. But he's been here for 30 years. Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too. But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. Quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Love, regret, everything I felt for her, it's all disappeared. No, not especially. After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face, her voice, the things we experienced together. I barely recall it. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these years have been nothing but a hazy dream. I think maybe not. If this is something I waited most of my life for, I suppose I should carry on waiting. Although, what if she were to turn up eventually? Only to find I didn't remember. When I think about it like that, I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart. How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness. The feeling that something is missing. Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here. I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon really sad. Seems it's just like Ayaka and Tomo were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him. Weren't we? According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
clouds high, the birds call. Wind strike.
Speriamo quel tipo di
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
By the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining, but why would they take... Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation. How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything.
You dare deceive us?
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this!
Oh, huh?
What? We heard the commotion.
I see. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he's keeping the...
No one seems to care. It's no wonder all the...
This must must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him? Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. My own family can barely get by as it is. No, if you look... That's the first bit of truth I've heard all day.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt decree.
To be perfectly honest, all I know is that I will perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provision?
I didn't take it. To top it all off, if you don't believe...
But we better confirm. We should be able...
No, no, no. Gila ni di jamu ni. He's just smart too.
Time to go. Time to go. Time to go.
Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go.
Time to go.
Next on the agenda. We're way behind. Huh?
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history. You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after.
Another test subject. Fry! Fry!
No touching. Blaze over.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. Kurosawa. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh?
So what did you see in...
Food supplies. You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange look. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom. What do you say?
You've got a deal! now show us what's in the box.
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs!
Yeah, a lot of them too. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here. We'd better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this. As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again.
Yes, of course.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
너무 This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Time to go.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Is it just me? Or are there more outlanders now?
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Follow the wind. Wind strider.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Time to go. Time to go.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something? Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about?
Even with the bear.
Ah, so your friend...
Whoa! How did Kurosawa...
Let me think. Kurosawa, however...
So that's... But why did he...
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take...
Wow, and no one...
People's attitudes will always if you ask, of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself?
If I don't know what it is, I don't know where to go. Are you fucking kidding me? It looks like a rock with like a fucking whatchamabobber on it. I don't know where the hell I would have seen that before.
I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Sword? What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable blade. He's carried it for years now. I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was in hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for. Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
But we didn't buy anything!
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree? Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me think.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions were coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his possession. Let's go talk to Kurosawa again and see if he can remember anything.
No, but at the end of the day, you still look stuff up. Like, you're lucky I know how to act. You're lucky I know how to act. I'm really deadly serious if you do that when I play the game. How about I'm not going to talk to you for 3 months?
You can find everything and anything in Tsukumomono groceries.
Why would you look at me up for a game you're not playing and then say something to me? What if I didn't know how it ended? What if I didn't know that and you spoiled it for me for nothing? Oh, yeah.
You can find everything and anything in Tsukumomono groceries.
And you spoiled the ending for me in your brain. I will never forget that. So good.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
You can find everything and anything in Tsukumomono groceries.
Let us suffer.
received. The lockers are removed to the public bathhouse. Use them for money. I wouldn't know I've never gone to a public bathhouse. You want to go with me? Just two boys alone in a public bathhouse? In the private bathhouse, just you and me alone. Just two boys. You're surprised when I find a picture of you on your bikini like that.
It's certainly possible.
Yeah, if you say my no word of my mom. Really what? Unless I'm mistaken, you from last in the dojo at Genshin. Yes, finally.
You can find everything and anything in Tsukumomono groceries. You can find everything and anything in Tsukumomono groceries.
What about me? Hey guys, what about me? Open for me! I was just gonna point out that. No. Never thought me.
Hello.
Who's this?
I have a question.
Gotcha. Tell me, what's your question? What's your question?
Could you help me get chest in Genshin?
Could you help me get chest invented? Well, you're gonna have to, what level are you?
I need X-Spin Primos.
I need experience in Primo. Ooh, let me finish right here, because it's not going to let me do anything until I'm done right here.
In the R27.
27. Alright, just send me a request. That's my name right there. That's my information. Wait, it's gonna pop up. Fitty. That's my UID right there. And just let me finish this mission right here. What's your war level? Oops, okay.
Friended you.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home.
I'm just watching on the stream right now.
This blade. It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Oh, oh man.
Hold on, Avka.
Hold on. Just let me finish this quest right here.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Let me do the other one, then I'll join you.
What are you doing here?
I presented them with a choice. Either it turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true, right?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? But I could not deny that when I brandished this sword was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off. What did he say? I can't seem to remember that either. It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he played and said to me,
alright, let me finish this one, and the next mission I can be done here.
Hey, if you look carefully, there's can you recognize
Could
the
you
words?
join me, or are you doing a quest?
virtue?
Yeah, I'm doing a quest right now.
Somehow
I'll join you in a minute.
others happy. But what use of virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, in any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision. Let's go find the next poor soul.
He'll be waiting.
Alright, now I'll do it. I got one more to do and then I'm done with this whole thing. I think the mission for him.
Time to go. Follow the wind.
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art. Sounds pretty impressive. This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that jump...
Maybe, but things have gotten dangerous.
It's just because he's been...
Hey there!
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just... Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't...
No! You got it so wrong! We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. It's the whole reason we came all this way. But then we got here and overheard you talking.
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around. Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. Then you can decide whether to stay or to leave. Sensei's name is Domo, a name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him. But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since. He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's being possessed by an evil spirit. So, we've asked the shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism. But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. Not that we'd have any means, so don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be just fine. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and watch if you're in.
So...
damn, I got a whole bunch of stuff right here.
Killed, Kurosawa, whatever it's called. You're really young, but I'll be for real. She just didn't mention something like that when I put her. Best friend day, no lovers day. The blocking of a true love. Anyone should be able to come to those conclusions that they make. Fucking with me? I know. Because your mouth is dumb. There is no way you're this dumb. He's gotta be fucking with me. He's gotta be bluffing.
Alright, what I was doing? Oh, so I got distracted. It's like 18 hours. Did I got a friend request? I can't add you! Oh, hold on, delete. It's a me? It's a you? It's a me? Oh. You got a lot of friends, I can't add you. You have a lot of friends. Let me
1, 2.
Shh. So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei in one of his fits of madness. Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, she heard him whispering a few names to himself. When she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the names of sword masters he had defeated in the past. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago, and he has been a wanderer ever since. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the shrine maidens managed to subdue him, so the exorcism can finally continue. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his normal self very soon. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up...
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? We won't let them get away.
Faster? Okay, faster.
They don't let me add you. It said the list is full.
Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up?
Good memories. I told this.
Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious person sighted! That's gotta be him!
How did you catch up with me so quickly?
Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does. Unless... I guess it's been a few years. Maybe his skills have improved.
Excuse me? And what are you doing sneaking around the...
Bad news? I don't care to talk.
The senior?
Anzai? Yes, because I don't wish to... When we were young, I had begun training practitioners, but Domon was different. Sensei Scope, I thought so too. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal, no matter what stood in his way.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Meikyo Shisui art. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations from me. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, later, after that I wanted nothing, so I decided to... So you see... Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now. The exercise...
Seems like we got it wrong this time. Still...
We're way behind schedule. We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda... Ad Astra Ab... Ad Astra Ab...
Nanako, please.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of, and all is certainly not lost. For I received word.
Lady Yai?
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's
correct. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi.
That won't be necessary. I must leave now, but we will meet.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken...
Do you mean to say that
No, that's not what I meant at all. I just mean this is Lady... Anyway, given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui...
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty excited about... Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find...
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
Let me see.
Thank you for watching. And good night, everyone.
Guess we can rest a bit.
Well, what do we have here? Well. Guys, metiéndote dedo. What you doing? You finger pumping? Finger pumping? Aquí, freaking streaming the Genshin thing that I haven't did yet. Yup. I'm on my stream and I'm on her stream. What you playing? How you gonna play freaking The Last of Us and your controller don't even run? How you gonna play The Last of Us if your controller don't even run? Yes, you do. No, he was something in the group. Could have gone. Ah, fuck. Gotta get over there too. No Yankees today? Try to climb up a mountain. Genshin.
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
Trying to just finish it. But I'm gonna let you go. Just come to my stream or anything. On my YouTube channel. Yeah.
Guess we can rest a bit.
Two flowers here. Mm-hmm. You know, speak for me? It's not gonna happen.
Hello.
What's it? Your friend list is full. I can't even add you. But you gotta make rules so I can add you.
Okay.
Well, you make more. I'm gonna work on
friend someone.
Yeah. Juni, ¿qué hace? I'm gonna help that person find some treasure chest. Oops.
Time to go.
Oh, fuck. I need to get up here. I want to finish this thing. I don't know how we could do this.
Friend me now.
And then after I finish this one, I would just join your I would join your thing. You see, it say limited reach. Is it my limit? I don't know if it's mine. Let's see. Alright, let's delete some people. Let's delete this guy. Oh my god. There's stuff in the bottom. It could be my limit. There's stuff in the bottom. Wait, are they in PlayStation? Hold up. That's weird. Let me get up here real quick. Let me do this real quick, then I'll check it. Because if I like to deal with people one by one, it could be a headache.
Into the wind.
Maybe the easier way up here.
Try my computer lag. Did you say anything?
Try my computer lag too. I try to add you again, it's still. Still saying the same thing.
Time to go.
Teacher, you're gonna give a place for 1 second.
Something's come up?
Can you break this? That's it. I think it's in there.
F.
I'll check it in a minute. See where he goes.
What is this game about?
Junie, it's a lot to explain, yo. That's Rookie. That's Rookie. Wanna go to Rookie's team? That's Rookie. Basically, 2 brothers and sisters was traveling through different universe, and they got stopped by a freaking goddess, and she basically separated them, 2 twins. And whatever character you pick, you gotta find out why your sister is missing. What happened to your sister? But long story short, his sister's really the bad guy, or the good guy.
Do you think that's Lady Yai? Oh, no wonder Juno is so excited. She has also... Is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now?
Keep away. Keep away from me.
It's really problem.
I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past.
Lady Yai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what...
I'm possessed by any evil spirit.
But then does that mean he...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
Lady I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the Swordmaster is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest Swordmaster in the world. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters, to focus on the way ahead. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now. Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor Sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Father, Sensei, Anzai.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Anzai? Where did he come from? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Anzai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from the start? If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness. Well,
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you so effortlessly defeated me. So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have a great number of worthy disciples.
I understand. I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world.
The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as
Yo,
your
this
sensei,
reminds me of Mulin
I shall commit
LOL.
to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again. But I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cutting any corners with them. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself back home.
The Disney movie LOL.
The Disney movie. What are you talking about?
So even though his ambition was taken away...
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores.
Never mind LOL.
For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment.
Yeah.
I have high hopes for you, child.
Ooh, Lady Yai seems to have taken a real interest in you. She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that. We can come back to it another time. For now, we should go report back to Miss Kamisato.
Alright. Go ahead and jump off from here, yep. That's what we're going to do. Alright, let's jump. What is that? Oh fuck, no.
Hello.
Rookie, this is not the stream. Go to the other one. Send me a link. Oh. I want you to tell me if it worked.
Unmatched Diluc is back.
Unmatched Diluc always been back. I'm about to send you a link right now, Rookie.
Wookie. Lol.
Junior will never know what Genshin is until he pick up the game and download it and waste $60 in it. Then he will know the way of the Genshin.
Hello, Johnny Gorgeous.
Alright,
No.
Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Huh? No.
Huh?
Huh?
Traveler, Paimon. It is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face.
I love her.
I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
actually.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to really help them. Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
Because now
Doma
that you have
gonna
done
be
the
my
three things
male
I
wife
asked
and
of
do
you,
the housework
I
and
can...
cook.
Someone's gonna be my housewife and do housework. You might not enjoy his cooking, Rookie.
Wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen. Alright, we can be friends.
Friend request accepted.
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand. You
Rookie,
have
when you go
now
to that
witnessed
stream,
the
let me
pain
know
of
if you
those
hear it.
deprived of their visions. Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the Almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. All these things take place with no regard for the feelings of the common people. But I believe that surely you understand what they must endure. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance? You will? Really?
Buffalo.
Naturally.
All right, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you he wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we can move to the
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Gotta keep a bit of...
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here.
Only members of the Yashiro Commission are...
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to ask me? The Almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few occasions, most of them formal ceremonies. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her that struck me even more deeply. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of...
Yeah, you're gonna be his house
focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity, acting accordingly without feeling. The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no implications whatsoever. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions.
I just realized it never posted.
I just realized never posted my... Did you watch the
attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt Decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that? Paimon's getting mad.
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Resistance?
I said
You
the
mean like an
Soma.
army fighting against the decree?
Yeah.
I said that time. No, it did posted it.
To say a little more about Sangonomiya.
Hello.
Historically...
Hello, Vampire Kitty.
But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance movement, beyond merely fighting the Vision Hunt Decree.
Hi.
Of course. We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately,
Once I'm done with this
each
mission, I'm
time
gonna
a
end it.
proposal to repeal the
IT
decree
won't
arrives at
let any post
Tenchikaku.
bucket.
It won't let me post fuck up. You have to space it out.
Adopt a stance of unconditional support. It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt.
Hurry up, skip it.
Ooh, Paimon has a question though.
Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt Decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not
They
forget
gonna
that
be
challenging the
talking here
Vision
for a
Hunt
while to
Decree is...
be...
Yeah, yo, I'm gonna end it here. We catch up tomorrow. I'm gonna finish the talking and then end it. I see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
For example, but...
It's gonna be a long night.